There's a big debate going in this country, development versus the rights. Development is needed so that the masses of this country can be uplifted to a more decent standard. But rights of the people must also be protected. With me is an MP from Bolangir constituency from Orissa. So welcome to Doordarshan News. So my first question is the big debate, development versus right. What is the solution?
I think we need to have a balance on both approaches. It is the right of an individual to be able to earn a decent living for himself, to have development for himself and his family, to be able to lift himself and his family out of poverty and provide them basic necessities. And that can only come by economic development. But it cannot come at the cost of people's individual rights. So I think whenever you do development, you have issues such as rehabilitation, you have issues such as displacement.
So, but development needs money, and money comes from investment. But in your state, though it's sitting on a huge pile of resources, investment is just not coming. Last week we saw ArcelorMittal going away from your state. POSCO is facing some problem. Why is it so?
Well, I don't think that it's fair to say that the investment is not coming, because more than 200,000 crores worth of industries have already come into Odisha in the last 10 years of the Biju Janata Dal government. And another 150,000 crores is in the pipeline. Yes, Mr. Mittal has chosen to go away, but there are many others who are willing to wait and come into Orissa. Orissa has been very cautious in its land displacement issues. Orissa has some of the most generous rehabilitation packages.
So now shifting gear to politics, there's a huge debate going on in the national discourse that secular versus communalism. How does, as a regional party, you react to it?
I think it's a disservice to the nation that both the national parties, the Congress and the BJP, are doing by trying to communalize the election, making it one of a fight between secularism versus communalism.
So it's being increasingly seen that as the polls come, 2014 polls, the regional parties are leaving their alliances from the national parties. Why so?
Both the national parties, the BJP and the Congress, have failed to live up to the expectation of the Indian people. As you know, the BJD had broken its alliance with the BJP in 2009, and we won by an overwhelming 2/3 majority, both in the state assembly and in the parliament.
Sir, 2014 polls are coming. What role do you think your party will play in the national politics?
I think given the fragmented verdict which appears to be coming out in 2014, I think regional parties will play a large role, and certainly the BJD will play a major role. And that is not a bad thing, because we are a federal country which has been a very unitary form of government, very central form of government.
So, but it's the critics say actually that these fronts, or when the regional party plays a role, the coalition in the center is usually unstable.
Well, that's not true. They said the same thing about any non-Congress government up until 2000, when Vajpayee was there for this full term of 4 years at least. And I think all these regional parties are now mature, and the era of coalition politics we've experienced it for 20 years. It's here to stay for the next 20.
So that was Kalikesh Singh Deo speaking exclusively to Doordarshan News. Sidhant, Sibal, DD News, New Delhi.